Hey, what's up, everybody? Mo Hashem here with Fee Landlord Houston, Texas. I wanted to talk to y'all about real quick about the disadvantages of going to a month-to-month lease. Just had one of the landlords call one of our agents and ask if it was okay or if they advised we should go to a month-to-month, and the answer is no, you shouldn't. Here's the problem with going month-to-month when you're leasing out your Houston property. All right, number one, as a landlord, you want to maintain staying on the spring-summer cycle, okay? The spring-summer rent cycle is going to allow you to rent out your home quicker and at a higher rental price. And that's because there's simply more people, more activity going on in the spring and summer, okay? Usually people are going to be moving for certain reasons, and they try to time it out, especially if they have families, with the school systems being out during the spring and summer time frame. So whenever you are going to sign a lease, you always want to make sure it's going to end sometime in that spring-summer time frame, so that if they do decide to move out, you are going to be able to open yourself up and put it back on the market at a time where you can demand high rents and also a lot of people out there looking for properties. Alternatively, if you decide to go on a month-to-month, okay, you're deciding to do them a favor, or you just don't know the ramifications of allowing to go on a month-to-month, the tenant, instead of moving out during that spring-summer cycle, may decide to stay in the home through the spring and summer, and then out of nowhere decide to put in their 60 or 30-day notice, or whatever notice is required in your lease, to move out in the fall-winter. Worst case scenario, let's say November, December, January, okay? November, December, January, November and December, you got some of the biggest holidays of the year, and Thanksgiving, Christmas, and whatever other holiday that you may practice. So, a lot of people aren't even going to be in town to be looking for properties. So that really also is going to limit it, because there's going to be a limited amount of pool of people looking for properties if you have to start marketing your home for rent during that time frame. So unfortunately, a lot of people that allow to go for a month-to-month, and worst case scenario, their tenant moves out in that late winter time frame, they're stuck not enjoying the holidays. They're stuck trying to fill a vacant property, and unfortunately having it be vacant for a number amount of months. So those are some things you really want to consider whenever you have a lease that potentially may go to a month-to-month. If you can, I'd really strongly advise it. Make them sign a set term and try to get that term to end at a time that's favorable for you as a landlord, so that you can be able to quickly rent it back out again, and for a higher price, as opposed to at a time frame where nobody's looking. So unfortunately it's going to sit vacant, and then you have to compensate by lowering the rent price to try to make it attractive to those few people that are actually looking for a property. If you got any questions about real estate, property management, leasing at all, please reach out to us. Fee Landlord Houston. You can go to flatfeelandlord.com or houstonpropertymanager.com.